Yeah, where do you guys
gatherer when
want
it comes
it?
to a Sova here for Rise, so they're gonna be a little bit blind through that mid map as well.
I could do
Yeah,
here,
that is
but then the
tough to not have
kill,
the drone, not have the
the
recon. It's
kill
definitely gonna deny a
feed
lot of
might be a
intel.
little bit blocked.
Yeah, you're gonna have the cypher cam.
where you guys
and
aren't gonna
things of
get
that
the full
nature
loadout.
to maybe kind of keep tabs on flanks if you're trying to just focus on like single side
That's
executes
better.
where you're not really playing the map control. You're just
No,
more
but
playing
top
set
left
pieces on sites. And
blocks
I'd
the
imagine A is gonna be the more
map.
friendly target, right? B's a lot more claustrophobic. It's a very tight choke point to get in there unless you're able to actually get some top mid control and get to the tunnel.
There we go.
So yeah, I'll be curious to see what Rise's attacking strategy is going to be going for. But we probably won't learn too much this round, Chip.
I think you comp
No,
damage for
probably
2 minutes
not
and
too
DP
much
cure
at all.
hits him.
Just see if you can get some ultimate orbs, get a little bit of resource generation going on. Shahzam going to take over the middle of the map once more as he peeks through the A double doors. Recon bolt will be destroyed. Shake's having a little bit of a battle here with the sentry turret, which dapr says, yep, I'll take that fight every day of the week. And in fact, the sentry turret does come into play for an elimination.
There you go. Dapr's turret may have more frags than some of Rise at this point. It's always a stat line.
ADS with the...
But obviously early days, so can't really blame them as Sentinels are just spreading all across center of the map and having no trouble mopping things up with upgraded weapons. It's what we've come to expect in situations like these, but Rise will be able to battle against the Sentinels bonus next round. That's when they can try to make their first statement here on Breeze, as it'll be a flawless round from Sentinels. Love to see that. See them just carry over all the Spectres. I'm spending the extra cash.
I'm just going to be really curious to see what the executes are going to look like here from Rise. Because, like we mentioned, this is a team that does kind of like to read the lay of the land before they go.
Chow, where does Shroud put it?
This is not a setup that's going to allow you to find instant information. Like, you're really just looking at what can you
Oh.
get from Neptune, really, right? I mean, that's
Yeah,
really
the
kind of
Trailblazers
the
are
information you have.
Okay.
Yeah, basically just hoping that you get something on the Trailblazer. Obviously, the flashes are going to give you a little bit of detection. Doesn't give you exact intel, but at least let you know if you've spotted someone.
That was
right?
funny.
So they get a little bit of that. It's going to be a lot of reliance on Neptune.
I think you had Jury
in that regard,
for the
so they're going to flash to Pillar to try to get Shank set up early, just to kind of make sure there's no one cheating from Sentinels aggressively. However, we can see that there is that taking place elsewhere on the match. Shahzam's push cave. That's a very powerful position to have with that Spectre. It's going to basically be guaranteed an up-close and personal fight if someone comes that direction. He could also maybe lurk behind, but he's also kind of in a one-and-done spot as well. So it's a little bit risky, but we'll see how it plays out.
Yeah, you will have the ability, I think, for Sentinels defensively to rotate over quickly in case you do see point of contact. Also, an alarm bot placed up towards the top side of vents. So Sentinels will rotate a third member over to B just to essentially fortify and be a bastion there right as the entry will come through. But Rise again trying to come on over. Shahzam unexpectedly so makes his play over towards Cave. Able to get a lot of damage done, but can't find the kill. So Supamen for the first. And now all of a sudden Shanks from mid-map. He can actually dash on in and maybe clear a little bit extra space here as Rise attacks.
Yeah, he's had such, heavy mid control over towards that mid door for quite some time now, so he can be that extra angle of attack. They're going to flash through the Viper wall and start making some progress on that A site. Spike will go down, and basically the defense is being funneled through defending spawn. Shanks does get caught in mid, however, so it equals the numbers back up, and now Sentinels have something to launch off of.
Okay, sorry.
Guiding Light will go through, able to find the flash, but TENZ stays alive. Able to get the Cloud Burst in to gain separation while he's found at the top with the Marshal, but Neptune able to take one with him. Derek's still part of the play, just a little bit deeper. Good help coming through, but Zombs trades things back. 2v1 favoring the Sentinels defense. But Derek
Woo!
Zombs in time. So
sure, let's go Zombs! Chat, fun fact.
Yeah, I mean, it was some good ideas early on in that round.
Zombs actually, I said this before, but Zombs actually gifted me this mouse. The final mouse.
Without having to really.
He's so nice. He's a really, really nice person.
They did kind of trap.
He's super sweet.
In that deep cave position, get that opening pick, and get themselves something to work with a nice Viper wall on the A side to cut themselves in. But Shank's getting caught out in middle, allowed Sentinels to equal the numbers back up. And they also just were able to get some pretty quick picks from kind of that back hall position towards defender spawn.
It's because he's rich.
Work their way in, and now
no, it's because it's too small. I have small hands,
as a couple of upgraded pistols. Alt is available for Neptune, so Seekers maybe give them a little bit of space, but not a whole lot of firepower to back it up.
No, not at all. Especially when you have TENZ on the other side, that's going to have the one-shot wonder of the operator in the mix. Aldrone able to free 6 with you forward. Yeah, that's just going to be one of those problems that Rise is going to need to find a solution to, because that's free every day of the week and twice on Sunday.
Yeah, you're allowed playing KO
Yeah,
now.
I mean, what they relied on before was just using their side flashes to be able to get up middle and try to scare Sentinels away from taking these aggressive mid stances. But yeah, in a round like this, they don't have the resources to commit to that. And it's kind of getting eaten up right now. It's going to be 4-0 in favor of Sentinels, and maybe another flawless round for Sentinels. The second flawless round of the half.
Good shit.
So they are really
Raider for 2 months.
here.
Oof. I mean, it's one of those things that you don't expect Rise to obviously find the round going up against the operator of TENZ and full rifles, but still, it's like, you would love to see something. I mean, they're barely even getting out of spawn at the moment, Dust. I mean, it's not looking all that positive. And this is a round where I hate to say it so early on to the series, but this is going to feel like a must win. I mean, you've only gotten two plants off so far. One was in the pistol,
at least show some promise, right? Get into like a post-plant 2 versus 2, you know, try to make that progress.
I kind of wish you would be a little bit closer. We'll see, though. It's not...
Bonus. Like, they were able to get some space, able to make some things happen, but now they're starting to get picked apart. Forward progression, again, denied early on here. TENZ looking for a second. Misses, able to dash away, though, and evade.
dapr, though, from the Cloudburst, able to find 2. Tries to spam down for a third. Not able to quite lock it down.
Oh my god.
For the help, and TENZ will make sure the front side of cave stays safe. And yeah, this is going to be likely another flawless coming through unless Derek can do something, but even doing something may not be enough. He's going to have to do a lot here. And he's got every single sentinel member looking at him. And yeah, another flawless comes through in
That's
Rise.
So unreal.
Ooh.
3 flawless rounds in a row. I believe Sick has the entirety of Rise.
My bestie's getting shot on right now, but that's
so
okay.
Sick and TENZ.
Let's go, Tyson!
I mean, that is so ridiculous to think about how dominant this has been as a start for Sentinels, and it's right back to Rise having to go onto a low buy. I mean, it's just Sentinels are doing whatever they want. They're dictating the pace at middle. They're able to take forward angles and get away with it. And Rise just seem a little bit shook in some of these situations. Again, I think they're certainly hurting.
Can people play for lineups in this? Of course.
I think that they're also just, you know, struggling to find any space. They've had like 1 round that kicked off correctly, and everything else has been a struggle.
Even here, shahzam sees the information that there are a number of Rise members mid-map. To commit a little bit more utility just to see what exactly is going on, while actually it's Rise largely trying to take
they don't even
over
have a full buy either. Rise has
B.
been like broke.
Rotating over though is shahzam, so he's gonna be playing top side platform, and this is gonna be a really good look for him. Yeah, sees all the information again. No utility needed for that bit of intel.
Oh my god.
Yeah, able to step out and grab Neptune as well. Spot Supamen, he's done for as well.
It's so crazy how good their aim is.
As well as bringing members down, spots to Spike. Does eventually go out, but dapr and TENZ able to trade right back, no problem. And it's going to be 6-0 for Sentinels. And while this is not a flawless round, this is probably the 5th round that's happened to survive with 4 members at the very least. So they are sweeping through this game right now. Something's got to give quickly.
Tyson's 7-1 right now. And Sick is 7-0. Zombs is 4-0. Like, oh my god.
Yeah,
this is a timeout requirement.
Oh,
for
no,
sure.
no.
This is getting out of hand quickly, and what was round 4 we talked about kind of maybe being a must-win round.
Yeah, this is an attack-sided map.
Well, you can't go down 07.
I don't know. For me, I think defending is easier on this map, in my opinion. But a lot of people say it's attack-sided.
Coach role here for a moment. Like, what are we looking for Rise? Because we haven't really had a chance to see them play this map at all yet, to be fair. The only round that they've actually been able to get onto a site, save the pistol, was after they were able to get Shanks through mid-map, he contested through A double doors, and then you had the wall from Supamen to come up to get them onto the site. But even still, the post plant wasn't comfortable.
It's tough because you don't have a Sova to get information with the drone and things.
Yeah, Sova, I would say, is pretty pivotal on almost every map.
As your solo controller,
almost every map.
You have to be a little bit more careful about how you're placing, you know, your wall.
And this is such like a huge
because I mean, if you place on A, it's kind of telegraphed you're gonna have to go that direction.
Yeah, the only map that it's not really useful
almost like
on
I
is
feel like
Split.
They're gonna have to kind of either start giving up on the whole mid option altogether and just focus on some sites
Split.
That pieces, like kind of in the early to mid round.
Why do you have
just kind
Cypher?
Of cover the rotations, or
like,
you're gonna have to find a more effective way to battle back middle. I'm not sure what protocols they have in place for that, but it seems like right now they're struggling to even just get a platform to launch off of.
Well, this time, all 5 members save just 6.
Yeah, I feel like this
is their way over towards B.
I mean, that's tough too. Look at that. They're having to toss trailblazer just to clear out elbow position. That doesn't really give you.
Yeah, Cypher's good if you want
top middle.
lurk.
You're not, you know, threatening B.
I guess there's certain areas that he could hold to, like halls.
All you're really doing is making sure that you're not getting pushed mid.
To be honest, I think that
in a holding pattern.
The best Sentinel to play would definitely be Killjoy.
It's tough because I feel like that's not really maximizing the value.
Yeah, exactly, Blackbeard. I agree.
Well, the Algernon also came out defensively to make sure there was no counter push coming from Rise as well. So Sentinels are going to feel pretty confident that they're safe in mid-map. Flash also came through just to make sure that shahzam could peek one more time. then yeah, nothing has been seen. So 50 seconds on the clock.
Shanks,
and
if you guys
Supa's
have ever
actually
watched
rotating back
Rise
over
play
towards it.
though,
Could be a fake
there's
wall that
always
execute to be. It
one
does seem like that very well
person
may
who
be the
kind of
case.
holds
That
or
means that you got a
lurks,
3v2
which is
over towards
normally
B. You have to
Shanks.
effectively clear.
So.
At least Shanks is going to build off of this. It's not just the wall being thrown out there. He's actually going to put pressure with the daggers. That's going to help sell the fake even more. He's going to lay some smokes down. He's definitely keeping A interested, but he's not done enough to cause the full rotation. Sick is still playing inside B side. He's still got a teammate in B tunnels. He's found the opening pick.
And that's not great because Zom's watching the cross angle. Oh no, it's all gone wrong. You have to appreciate the energy, but the efficiency of it, not quite there. 15 seconds on the clock.
No.
Spike has been alleviated over towards the B zone itself. And of course, all Sentinels are going to rotate over. This is going to be another lost round. It is one of those that it feels like, okay, like Rise, you started to put together the right play, but at the same point, like you didn't fully execute with any sort of commitment over towards B. Like the fake was really well done. You had an opportunity that just didn't go.
Yeah, it's one of those things where you're really hoping that your opponent bites on that Viper wall. Because with that Viper wall going so late and with that being the only controller you have on your lineup, you feel like they have to play off that wall, right? Like otherwise they're going to be going into B with virtually no vision blocking. They're just going to be relying on flashes and
Chat, I'll find it for you.
And when you start seeing Shanks put down the cloud burst, you're really starting to feel okay. Like looks like it is going to be A, but they never really did quite enough on the timing to really fully
basically someone said like someone made like a whole thing and said that Sentinels was going to lose against Rise. I just wanted to show you.
Oh boy. Well, this is when the rubber meets the road here for Rise. Need to find something. TENZ is starting to feel really feisty too. Even pulling out the blades here. Fury Orb comes through. Flashpoint also in the mix. dapr though watching the corner. Finds two more again. It's just the crossfire setup. How do you get rid of this? Apparently you just don't.
Whoa. What?
Fall in another flawless. That's what, 5 and 8 rounds that they've had.
What?
Yeah, they have had a lot of flaws.
He didn't even. That would have been any. What?
I mean, if you look at their total death count, it's pretty insane.
Oh no!
Like, they've had a total of 10 deaths across their entire lineup across 8 rounds. I mean,
oh
it
my
is
god!
bonkers how well Sentinels are playing right now. And again, we're seeing another situation where Rise are able to get some space. It's pretty.
I want to find
to
it
what
for
they did
you
in their
all.
opening
I can't
environment
find
against
it.
the Sentinels bonus. They just cannot beat those deeper in the site crossfire positions. That
I think you.
Sentinels
Oh my
I mean,
god.
that's twice now
Local
that
move
Daps
for
from
some.
that corner position by mid-doors has been able to line up a multi-frag with very little response out of
Deleted,
Rise.
maybe.
Oh, now the Vipers pick defensively will lock down B. Heavy defensive stack on numbers for Sentinels over towards
Sick
A.
as mid.
Yep, where do you go? I mean, this is a slice of Swiss cheese with no holes in it at the moment. But Rise able to find one, but that may be about it.
Oh my god! Holy fuck!
TENZ with the sheriff. My goodness.
Tyson is so
Defending
hot.
lockdown also in play, and that's going to be trouble here for Rise. Even though they do destroy it, but there's nowhere to go. Shanks tries to dash away, but TENZ was waiting for it, and now it's just down to Derek up top. TENZ not gonna hit that shot, but that's fine. Sick is there for the assistance.
That was so smart, chat. He knew that Shanks just broke the Killjoy ulti and he was gonna dash back, and so he just held the angle patiently instead of trying to clear the angle where he just broke the.
Who we can.
Maybe Bach or Fancilli will know. I mean, they're in studio right there.
Oh my god,
I
what?
need to break open the red phone. Break open the red phone in case of emergency. Break glass now. You know, I don't know what to tell you. I mean, again, that round, I feel like the
so bad
was
for
that
this
second
team.
kill TENZ got out the sheriff on.
But if they get 13-0, that's kind of funny.
Without that, I think that the trading was actually going okay for Rise. They were starting to, again, get that multi-prong attack on A, starting to get some space. It's just when TENZ is able to find Sanctuary at Pyramid and get that second frag, it just changed everything. And then, hell, Shanks just dashes out into Oblivion. I mean, they just seem like they're lost.
Definitely not great. Sick able to read that there are 2 players through the elbow. Trailblazer, Guiding Lights will go out.
Hey, Karis,
Zom's
thanks for the 6 months.
Greedy over towards B, and why not? He hasn't really been dealt with at all yet. He's going to have help on the rotation through mid. Here comes the hit from Rise. All 5 members coming through. Derek able to find one. Okay, opportunity here. The defense not going to be allowed to see 2.
Oh! Damn, that was smart though. He just got timing there. Still.
And with that, maybe a chance to actually get the spike planted.
Maybe, but there's Hunter's Fury available. And that is going to stall out that plant right now. And dapr comes in for a couple off the back of it. Supamen is able to respond, but
2v2.
it's still a tough 2 versus 2 with spike still not planted.
And dapr's on the backside. Tried to open up a little bit more space. Sentry turret down. Jake's gonna get revealed and dealt with. Shahzam able to find that kill, no problem. Supa on the corner, can't lock down the shots. Had maybe an opportunity for an impressive 1v2 if he could have snapped to the second, but never finished the first.
No.
Maybe 10-0 to Sentinels.
That's the closest round Rise has had this entire half, though. I mean, just being able to burst onto B, get a nice initial entry. The problem is, it's just a little bit of inefficient trading on zombs in the back corner of the site, letting him get 2 when he was basically getting pinched. And this situation right here, you got to be able to be a little bit efficient with that. Obviously, Hunter's Fury caused some problems here. dapr able to set that flank in they were never prepared for. And, I mean, Sentinels just have this map covered, man. There's really no gaps that they've really allowed Rise to exploit. They're firing on all cylinders. They're in the form that you would expect out of them. And again, I think this comes back to Rise's map pool woes. When you have Icebox as a weakness and you haven't played Breeze yet and official to really know where you stand, it makes it really hard to navigate that series.
That's something we brought up even during their run for Challengers 2. You know, yeah, it was one of those win 2 before you lose 2 situations. They were able to do that, but only if barely. And they still, we kind of talked about it when we were watching it over live, was there are some big gaps for not just Rise, but a number of teams when it comes to Breeze being added in the map pool and maybe not being necessarily as well versed on it as he need to be. First couple of kills coming through for Sentinels, 5v3 situation, and honestly speaking, Rise is a bit trapped here in the middle of the map with Seekers chasing him down.
At least have been able to get Shahzam back here, so able to get a little bit of mid control established. They have the push here through A-Halls as well by Derek, and he might even be able to get a little bit of a flank off here on the TENZ. Actually spots dapr and TENZ and gets them both, and that is what they finally needed to break something open. It's a nice aggressive flank maneuver.
What the hell is that? What?
Wait, what?
What?
Did we just watch?
What?
I don't know, but if Sans wins this 1 versus 2, you might as well stick a fork in Rise for this map.
Let's go, Zomb. Let's go,
They've got
Zomb.
a good post-play position.
Guys, what do we say? Hashtag Zombs Nation.
Kind of situation at the
Can we
moment.
please? Yep,
Play with time here. Zombs is fully healthy though.
He has
to
this.
clear so much space.
Oh yeah.
That's the biggest issues. You just don't know if there's someone lurking behind a box somewhere. Rise
no utility
well,
either to cover yourself.
Yeah.
Ew,
Rise very well should
they're
have this round,
playing
no problem.
for lineups. I'm just kidding. That's not that
Zombs
ew.
gonna give it a go. Why not? More than enough economy to play with. So you'll toggle, just maybe see if there's any information. He will catch the spike here. Nice overhead view of where exactly the snake bite's coming out, and there will not be enough time to defuse.
It's too bad.
And Supa beyond that will also not even give the consideration a second thought as he does find the kill.
First
So
round for Rise.
Cool, but you feel like it just took a little bit too long here in this offensive half.
Yeah, this is one of the, well, this is the only time that they've been able to actually use that Halls control to actually get something from it. The previous couple times they've been able to get into A-Halls, whenever they flip the switch, they've gotten busted and kind of held back from actually getting onto site. This round, you're able to see Derek throughout all the
Holy shit, chat, you know these flies?
Deep into towards defender spawn.
Do you see them on the screen?
And crack open the A
Right
side
here?
basically by himself without his move.
Oh my god, I thought those were flies in my room. I was like, wait a second. What the fuck? They were on my screen.
And who knows what they have defensively for us. You would love to get this second round, though, just to keep the potential of a dramatic comeback alive. But Shahzam will find first blood. That's up the middle of the map. Shanks walking into sight through the toxic cloud. But he will be revealed, and oh boy. Now all of a sudden, Sentinels will be very aware of the threat, and Seekers will have to come through, largely just to make sure that there's some sort of an exit here for Shanks.
Yeah, lockdown going in here for dapr. They'll try to kind of entrench on this site. Shanks still able to get the pick onto TENZ. They're starting to make some forward progress here, trying to see if they can get all the way and stop this lockdown, but dapr going to disallow that, and now they're in some real trouble.
Just going to commit for the plant, though. Nobody will be detained by this. Neptune going to be shrugged back, and oh my goodness, the damage is severe. Shahzam still a part of this hit, just not really giving her the sight. We'll find one and a second. Sick also a part of it, and my goodness, I wouldn't even call it a retake. It's just a recontest of what was a post plant. Unbelievable resiliency from Sentinels again.
Yeah, it was a consistent theme throughout the half. Just Rise never able to crack open truly that back calls crossfire on a site, with the exception of one aggressive lurk round from Derek that got the job done. I mean, it was just Sentinels all half long, completely dominant performance. I mean, there's really nothing even to break down, to be honest with you, Shift, but I'm sure we'll try, but not before a short break. Stay tuned, we'll be right back.
How's Myth doing right now, chat?
The fuck is happening? Look, dude, I'm trying. Okay, dude, he's hitting all the shots, right?
Oh no, are they losing? Oh no, they... Oh god. Oh my god.
Anything.
They don't have a lot of money. I mean,
It looks like
you know, go for
listen.
Did you really just hit you guys with the ah? Oh no. And then Shroud is like a complete 180 chat. Just.
You never know. Coming out of the time
I'm being optimistic because you always want to see good matches and not blowouts.
And a rifle, but then they're not.
What happens if this is a blowout, though? What goes next?
I think you need it for the 2 months. Yeah, they're super chill all the time. Has Sentinels played? Yeah, they basically have. Oh, not a fun fact, but also a fun fact at the same time, chat. I'm not gonna lie to you, Myth is probably one of the nicest content creators in this industry. He's super amazing, and like, what's really cool is like like there have been some incidences before, and he comes in and he checks up on me and he asks me if I'm doing okay, and like we have really good talks. He's a super good guy, so you know it's really nice to see like that there are people that really care in this industry, because this industry is really scary. I don't know. There's nothing bad. Like, I don't mean anything like bad about it, but like, you know, like cancel culture, all of this stuff. Like, you know, don't let Tyson hear that. What? For those of you guys who think that Tyson has like some sort of what? Dude, fragile masculinity? That's so cringe. What? Tyson doesn't care, and he actually really likes Smith too. Don't make it weird. Like, oh, this is also another thing that I really hate. Like, anytime I support somebody else or another person, they're always like, oh, Kyedae's cheating. Like, what? How does, what? And for those of you guys who think that, like, it's super funny or, like, oh, it's a joke, like, oh, I'm totally laughing right now. That's so fucking funny, bro. That's so funny. I don't know. I think Aaron for the 2 months. But, in genuine seriousness, I'm not gonna ban him. No, that's not bannable, but like I said before, in all seriousness, there's a lot that you have to really watch out for in this industry, and Myth is just somebody who stands up for other people, and he's a genuinely good person. He's really just an amazing person, so yeah, that's all I have to say. Don't make it weird, chat. It sucks when you guys have to make it super strange and I can't talk about, like, other people and how nice they are.
Welcome back, everybody. And I'm sure you're probably looking, if you're tuning in for the first time, saying, what in the world did I miss? If you're just joining
like,
in,
he genuinely has my respect.
It was essentially flawlessness from the side of Sentinels in the first half, and realistically speaking, there just was not an offensive response for the default setups for Sentinels here, Dust.
Yeah, I think Sentinels had a total of like 6 truly flawless rounds, and they had a bunch of rounds where they only lost 1 player. So they really did pretty much clean sweep that half. Win blemish, which I'm sure they're not too upset about. In their 3 games they played on Breach prior to this, they won no less than 4 attacking rounds. So
I think you're happy for
that should put them on pace to close, but we'll see if Rise can try to muster up something here, as we see Sentinel just playing a pretty spread offense.
Are you allowed to go into Tyson's room when he's playing a pro match? Yeah, I used to actually, before I started streaming, I would sit beside him while he would play a pro match.
Making a little bit of noise,
like right beside him and just watch him.
To potentially seek out some information over towards A. And looks like the
I
spike is
will
happy
be
to rotate that direction for what
right
eventually
back.
seems to be a hit. Now, defensively for the side of Rise, they are a little short-handed here because you've got no slow orbs, you've got really no decay ability either, because both your Sage and your Viper on the other side. And here comes the information, and with that also the hit. Still not rotating though as Rise. Sentinel's already taking away a lot of space, but the Cyber Trap will be there for Derek. Able to find one. That'll be a good start for the defense.
Yeah, they're able to start kind of backing up and just kind of playing these longer range battles now with the pistols, as Sentinels though able to close in on Pyramid, get the spike down, get a frag back to themselves, get it back into a 4-on-4 situation. Now they can just kind of use this wall as sanctuary and kind of force Rise to press forward.
They will put down a wall. Flash comes through against 2, not the immediate response though, but Rise still come away with a 3-for-1. So it is just down to shahzam, 1v3 situation, playing a bit more of a passive angle. Does he have a look at where the spike is planted is the real question. No, he does not, because there is a wall down in front of him. Oh, but shahzam able to find one, able to find two, but not able to get over the top of the wall for the third. The Void sticking for the defuse will allow Rise the pistol win.
Indeed it will, and that is more of a survival requirement than really, you know, putting them in a position to come back just yet, but at least that's the first box checked off, and still a close one though. That was a labored victory, but again, able to get it done. You know, being able to play back behind this Viper wall, able to eventually kind of flash their way through and kind of use that to gain some ground and get a couple of big frags to put them up, while obviously providing sanctuary for the actual
don't worry, chat. I'm not. I know I'm not muted. It's okay. I just realized I wasn't muted. I wasn't gonna give it to her. I have to give it to her tomorrow.
Though from Sentinels, they're gonna get some sheriffs and a marshal out there. They're not looking to full save. They're looking to invest, and we'll see if they can throw a wrench in the plans of Rise with it.
4 kills with a plant. Sentinels feeling frisky. Maybe pulling out the old strat from the playbook, the we're just better strat, and just let's see what happens. I mean, you would have a lot of ground to stand on if you wanted to make that argument.
Bro, have you seen the Clips channel that has clickbait with quotation marks with your face saying, I would cheat on Tyson? What?
Here, and you, well, for a moment, so you have 3 members over towards B. Again, there's
so
really
gross.
no ability for Rise to even check nor clear mid-map, so that's the big problem.
They just need money. They're that desperate for it, too. That's kind of sad.
Sentinels do have a lot of
That's really fucked up.
Here, but it's about making that next break.
I have nothing to say.
Getting onto one of these sites. It's gonna come down to timing as there
I'll just strike them. I'll probably just get their channel taken down. Can you send it to me? Or send it? Actually, can you just DM one of my mods?
Holding on to
Please?
making sure no one's rotating through
That's so
through
fucked
mid
up.
just yet. There is still plenty of defense though in place at halls and in the site itself, and they're very aware of this mid doors attack.
Shanks for 1, but the immediate response from Sin. Also tagged up to the play with there. He's going to try to have to lock things down with the Odin, or pardon me, the Ares, and will be able to do so with 2. TENZ still able to gain some space to work with up towards the front side of site. Poised trying to meet him. TENZ still finds one, dashes away. And the door will be shut into play, but not quite fast enough. Poised able to find one in return, and it just falls onto the shoulders of TENZ. 1v2 situation with the Sheriff, and Super will clean things up. So an investment for Sentinels, but still Rise 2 rounds in a row.
Yeah, really well done by Derek with that Ares there. When the initial trade comes in and Sentinels are able to break through mid doors onto that.
If you had to choose one person that you think is the best pro player right now besides TENZ, who would it be? 11.
And make things interesting.
He's actually really good too.
Instead, we see Derek able to tee off with that Ares and kind of silence that.
For the $10. Sorry, I meant salt. Can you say?
All they have done are still able to full buy rifles here. And so they're able to come and attack this Rise bonus, and they need to somehow find a way to convert this, otherwise they are going to be against the Sentinels map point.
Hi, Salt.
You win this one, though, if you're Rise and you start to maybe establish a little bit of confidence. Hey, we can play up against these guys. Let's just not let that offensive half dictate the entire series.
Look at how free Sentinels are getting mid, man. They are already in B tunnels this early in the round. And the drone's clearing out that front corner.
It's just such a lack of information here from Rise overall. Poised has to respond to whatever comes his way almost immediately. TENZ already through, trying to work his way onto site. The toxic screen providing a bit of a deterrence, but is it large enough is the question. Poised for 1. Again, the double focus that he has to pull. You see him just looking left, looking right. Sentinels are all over this site. They've completely isolated, looking for Shanks to peek. Yeah, Sid gets that challenge. No problem.
Holy shit!
That'll lead to a plant, and Derek will have to find a way to navigate a 1v4.
Yeah, this is.
Oh my god!
Like really
good shit, sick.
Are being hammered into the coffin.
I think you chop check for the 4-1.
As the spike will go down, a 4-1 post plant favoring Sentinels.
I think you might
to get to
for
map
the 2
point,
months.
and they'll have 9 chances to win in regulation from that point forward. And
for the sub.
you can already just see the stark contrast in affluency and just comfortability.
Oh, he had a guardian.
Being able to take
I was wondering why I was shooting so weird.
They were so
I think you Joker for the gifted sub.
Something that Rise could never really do. I mean, the furthest up mid they ever got was the mid door towards A site. They could never really threaten, you know, a defending spawn flank or a B tunnel set up for some type of B split. Meanwhile, Sentinels are able to accomplish it pretty much immediately.
There's a Reaver Guardian.
And,
yes, there is.
It just doesn't really instill a whole lot of confidence and faith that Rise are going to be able to figure out a way to win 9 in a row to force an overtime when you're seeing Sentinels get that much map control that easily.
Yeah, very fair point. But we'll see what they can put together here. Backs up against the wall for map number 1. A map that, again, like we had mentioned at the desk and touched on, we have never seen Rise play this map, and I think we're starting to realize maybe why. Sentinels very quickly on towards the A site. The only defensive member actually on the site is Derek, and he only has a Marshall, but pushing on the flank. Shanks is trying to make a play from behind. The Seekers.
Oh my god, thank you the first bottom fragger for the tier 3 gifted sub. What?
Shanks actually found 2 kills. Not bad. Keeps the play defensively, maybe alive for a touch longer than you'd like if you're Sentinels, but it all falls down to Neptune, and he will very quickly fall. 13-3, the first map. And if you tuned in late, well,
Ooh.
sorry.